Happy birthday, America!
Happy 4th of July, Kim.
Hey, happy 4th of July. Hey, how much do you know about actually the 4th of July?
I know that in Britain, they have the 4th of July too, but they don't have the Independence Day on the 4th of July.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good joke.
I have some things we need to talk about.
Cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nonsensicality. We've had a little bit of a sabbatical.
We've been gone for a bit.
We've moved a little bit. We've had like really crazy schedules. We have not, just to reiterate, we're still in America, the good old US of A.
We didn't move.
I still feel bad about that because I went back, or I kind of listened to what I said or thought about it. I was like, yeah, it did sound like we moved across the pond. We didn't.
We didn't.
We're in America. America!
And we're
Land
celebrating
of the free, home of the brave.
the 4th of July.
Now, to be honest, there's been, I mean, it's been crazy. Like the whole, everything about America lately has just been crazy. And even the world, you know, there's been a lot of crazy things happening. And, you know, this show is about fun and it's about nonsense. And there's been a lot of things that some people like, this is nonsense. We're not going to get into that. I think a lot of what we need is just some good old fashioned fun, some levity. Yes, I was going to say that. And I was
it's
like,
a good word.
And let's just lighten the mood a little bit. And there's a lot of like things we could be negative about, but let's have some fun, positive, good times. And of course, our great nation is celebrating another birthday this
244
weekend.
years old.
244. You know what? It doesn't look a day over 200.
I know. I was a bicentennial baby.
You were.
And so I just know that it's whatever my age is plus 200.
That is true. That's some easy math.
It's so easy.
Mine's plus 201 then. So yeah, that's right. You were 1976.
Right.
You had the really cool quarters. You remember that growing up? The drummer quarter? Like now there's all sorts of quarters. Okay, so the kids that are listening to this are like, no, there's tons of different kinds of quarters. One for every state, one for every province, you know. But when we grew up, there was two quarters. There was the one with the eagle on the back and the one with the drummer on the back. The guy just,
the bicentennial.
with the tricorn hat.
Yep.
And that was the bicentennial one. And we were so excited when we get a drummer quarter and we'd like to hold on to it as if it was worth more than.
We grew up in a weird little area for stuff. Like decade. Like the 80s, the 70s, and 80s. It's a funny, but
we're not gonna. That's for.
I digress.
Podcast. That we've already done an 80s podcast. It was great. I think I want to do another one.
Okay.
But you told me that. I mean, okay. If we're gonna be honest with our listeners, you are definitely smarter than me. Okay, you know a lot of things.
I'm gonna just play that soundbite over and over and over again if I have a bad day. You are smarter than me. You are smarter than me.
When it comes to like facts, when it comes to like, because okay, let's put it this way. All right. Given the choice between a documentary and anything, you're going to pick a documentary.
I'm very curious.
And I'm going to watch like Weekend at Bernie's or something like that, which I haven't seen in a long time.
I'm very curious and I like to learn things.
Yes. And I just like to be entertained. If I'm going to sit in front of the television, it's going to be to be entertained. I did watch like this mockumentary last night. It wasn't Spinal Tap. But...
So when it comes to this podcast, you're the entertainment and I'm the education.
No. You bring the entertainment too. You bring the edutainment. And what you bring and my lack of understanding of that is what makes it funny.
Well, we're gonna talk about some things you don't understand, but I have some random just 4th of July
factoids,
fun factoids for you. Did you know that eating salmon on the 4th of July is a tradition in New England?
Yeah, but they're not part of America. So. No, I'm just kidding. New England.
I love salmon.
Just to let the record show, I know New England is part of America. Okay, I'm just.
I love salmon.
I do too. We have some in the freezer, man. We need to thaw it out for this weekend. But you know, most people think it's like burgers and dogs.
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
All right. The shortest 4th of July parade is in Aptos, California. It's just a hair over half a mile long, like the shortest parade ever.
That seems kind of long though.
No, I mean like it's
a half
2
mile.
city blocks.
Okay.
Done, and it's done.
That's
then
fun.
they have this big party in the park, so it seems like super fun. But yeah, it's just like 2 blocks and it's over.
I don't know.
I've marched in parades. This would be like
cake.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the hottest days of the year. I mean, you got, you're 2 weeks into summer now. You're, close to 2 weeks
I'm
into
so
summer.
glad that you just said that.
Why?
The hottest day of the year.
Well, I mean, probably not technically.
No. It's interesting because...
You got a factoid for me?
Yes, because Americans eat an obscene amount of hot dogs on the hottest part of the summer.
So it is the hottest day of the year.
150 million hot dogs.
Wow.
While celebrating Independence Day. Like, that just...
Wow.
That boggles
you know
my
what?
mind.
I'm not going to have a hot dog. There's some hot dogs in our freezer, and I don't want them at all.
I don't think we should eat them.
But I'm not going to have hot. If I'm going to eat something like that, I'm going to eat a brat at best, because brats are good.
Well, speaking of...
Wow. I've not seen your notes.
No, you're just
And I'm giving you segue after segue.
Leading right into it. Americans spend about $6.7 billion on barbecue fare for 4th of July.
How many billion?
6.7.
$6.7 billion.
In 2019, that's what it was.
See, I'm not worried. I mean, we got some hot wings. I don't know if that counts, but that's what we got.
Yeah,
and I'm excited about having hot wings this weekend.
It's just interesting how people celebrate the 4th of July. And so I made a quiz. Actually, I found a quiz.
Excuse me. I was going to say, didn't you?
I found a quiz.
Didn't you say you looked one up? Where's this quiz from so other people can take it? And because they're going to know all the answers after they listen.
Do you want to know where it's from?
Sure. It's
from the AARP website.
So, Kim, how is your membership to AARP going? We joke about moving into retirement communities, and then you're getting a quiz off of AARP.
I'm sorry. It was a good one.
We love you, AARP. You remember the commercials growing up when they talked about AARP?
They were always so old.
But they were saying how it was not for old people. Remember that? That was their big thing. It's like, AARP, not just for 80-somethings or whatever. And they would have, like, celebrities that were in their 60s and late 50s doing the commercial. It's like, for anyone 55 or over, and they would, like, really try to youngify.
They made it look cool.
Yeah, they tried to make it look cool.
All right.
But anyway, so AARP.
10 questions.
10 questions.
You can't
follow along. Take the quiz with us. See how well you
can't fail it too badly. I'll start with an easy one. What historical event do Americans celebrate on the 4th of July? Is it?
Oh, can I guess first before you give me choices?
Sure.
So I can show my smarticles?
Your smarticles.
All right. Signing of the Declaration of Independence. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Okay. Is it the official signing of the Declaration, George Washington's birthday, the first shots of the American Revolution, or the formal adoption of the Declaration of Independence?
I'm going to say first signing. Formal adoption was almost a year later. I was wrong. It is a formal adoption?
Mm-hmm. On July 2nd, 1776, the Congress voted to approve a motion to separate. 2 days later, the Declaration proclaiming the independence wasn't signed until August 2nd.
Oh, so I thought it was almost a year later. I got my dates flipped in. I thought it was signed and then officially.
It's all right.
Adopted.
You got one wrong. It's okay.
Hey, I'm
you can get this one.
No, you know what? That's okay. That's okay.
When were fireworks first used in an official 4th of July celebration?
Oh, in a 4th of July.
1777, 1812. 1876 or 1901?
1876.
Well...
No. I'm taking that back. We'll take that back.
Okay.
Because, like, the Civil War had already ended by then, and I know, like, I saw historical footage, also known as National Treasure 2, where they had fireworks after the...
National Treasure 2 is historical.
They had fireworks.
That's your documentary.
I'm telling you, this is
Nicolas Cage stars in a lot of documentaries.
He does. He does. There's that one documentary where his head turns into a skull and catches on fire.
I cannot believe you even used those words.
I'm just saying.
The historical footage from National Treasure 2.
That was a joke. And it clearly went over.
It worked.
All right. So I'm going to go with 1812. Let's go with that one.
You're wrong.
Oh, you're getting a phone call?
I'm sorry.
Do we need to pause?
No, I'm just going
to
decline
ignoring that.
Sorry.
All right. It's okay.
Okay.
Right, so I'm wrong?
You're wrong. It was 1777.
I almost went with that, but I'm like, I don't know. I know
they
that they existed.
Yeah.
Like, they've existed for hundreds of years, maybe even a couple millennia, but okay.
All right.
So I'm 0 for 2, people. Are you beating me? I bet you are.
You're killing it. Which president first held a 4th of July celebration at the White House? Was it Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, or James Madison?
John Adams, the second president of the United States. Ugh.
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Adams was the first president to occupy the White House, though.
I did know that.
So
I did in like third grade a report on John Adams.
But yeah,
his son John Quincy Adams also ran for president and won.
Yeah.
J.Q. Adams.
J.Q. Adams.
I wonder if they called him Q like they did W. They just called him Q. You know, like when George Bush Jr. or no, I don't know if he's Jr., but they just called him W.
Yeah.
I wonder if John Quincy they just called him Q.
I don't know. Every time I think of Q, I think of the cool guy
007.
on James Bond.
What does that stand for?
Quartermaster.
There you go. Oh, thought I could get you. See, that was movie trivia. I knew that. All right, so I'm 0 for 3, right?
You're 0 for 3.
Come on.
Which newspaper first printed the Declaration of Independence?
The National Enquirer. Inquiring Minds. Is that actually an option?
That's actually an option.
That is not my answer. Oh my word, I was joking. Seriously, that was what?
That was option number 4. All right, so we'll rule that one out. The Philadelphia Eagle.
What if that is it?
The New York Times or the Pennsylvania Evening Post?
Philadelphia Eagle. Let's go with one I've never heard of.
You are incorrect. It was the Pennsylvania Evening Post.
If it was National Enquirer, I was going to demand a point.
It was not the National Enquirer.
I never heard that one either, the Evening Post one. But all right, so I'm 0 for 5 or 4?
You are 0 for 4.
Man, I am.
This is question number 5.
I got a perfect score.
Which 2 U.S. presidents died on July 4th in the same year? Come on, you know this.
I know this?
You did a report on one of them.
Well, I'm going to say John Adams. All right, let's hear it.
All right, is it Monroe and Van Buren, Fillmore and Johnson?
If Adams is one of the only ones.
Captain Harding.
I'm going to go with that last one. Whatever it is, I'm guessing that's it.
Well, yeah. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died.
Both died on...
Yeah. Within hours of each other.
So technically, I would have probably guessed them.
They were like...
They were
friends, then enemies, then...
They were frenemies.
Mutual respectoids.
Respectoids?
That's
a new word. Mutual respectoids. Do you have a mutual respectoid in your life? I do. Pippin right there. She's my mutual respectoid.
Okay, which president was born on Independence Day?
So technically, I still have 0.
I gave you that one right.
Okay.
You guessed half of it.
Gave me the answer, though.
All right, president.
Was born on
4th of July. Calvin Coolidge, James Buchanan, Lyndon B. Johnson, or Ronald Reagan?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
It's Calvin Coolidge. He was born July 4th, 1872.
I don't care.
You're not doing so well.
Okay, I'm going to take a break. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know it is technically illegal to wear an American flag as an article of clothing? Did you know that?
There's going to be a lot of people that are breaking a lot of laws.
But if you were to arrest anybody or ticket anybody for it, it violates their Second Amendment rights. Freedom of speech, is that Second Amendment? It violates the freedom of speech rights. So therefore, no one has been gotten in trouble for doing it.
Huh.
But it's technically illegal, but it violates I'm like, why is it then illegal? Why do they just say it's not illegal? Isn't that weird? That's a fun little factoid.
That is a factoid.
Okay.
We're kicking it all the way back to the original 13 colonies.
New England.
We're traveling back in time. We're in the 13 colonies on July 4th, 1776. What is the estimated number of people living in those colonies?
Are you kidding me?
Maybe
The reason why they're asking AARP is because they were actually there at the time. Sorry, that was really bad. That was an ageist joke, and
that's bitter talking.
It is bitter talking. I am not ageist about that. I'm getting up there myself. I'm only a decade away from being able to join.
AARP is thinking that people are smarter than they actually are.
No, they probably those people were probably raised, at least in a decent. I don't know.
You have no argument.
I have no argument.
Okay. You have to finish this because you started it. So you got the original
I've got
13.
only one right, and that's because you gave it to me.
You got half.
Because John Adams was the only one. It's possible that if John Adams was in another one with someone else, I could have gotten that one wrong.
He wasn't. I knew it. You're fine.
So you literally gave me the answer. You gave me the answer to that one.
Yes.
Oh, my word. I stink. This is this is your advantage right here. Because I am no good at history. You and Connor both. He gets that from you. He remembers everything about history, loves and I'm just like, I like pie. That's
because all your historical data is coming
from Nicolas Cage.
Too.
Oh, and one. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of history.
The only way to save it is to steal it.
That's right. Steal that Declaration of Independence.
We should watch that this weekend.
We've already watched it recently.
Okay, so you're still in 13 colonies. In July 4th, 1776.
I don't know.
Is there 2.5 million?
Okay.
9, 15, or 30 million?
Let's go 2.5 million.
Okay. That is correct!
Oh my goodness, I actually got one legitimate one right. What are we on?
Question 8.
So get ready, sorry. So at best, I'm going to get an F. You are eating this up.
I'm sorry. I just keep hearing in my head, and she's smarter than me. And she's smarter than me.
You put that on auto repeat, didn't you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm behaving badly.
No, you should be proud of yourself.
Okay. When did the 4th of July become a federal holiday? 1777, 1870, 1876, or it's a state holiday, not a federal holiday?
I'm going to say, because I thought something happened on the centennial. So I'm going to say 1876.
Okay. Correct. No, sorry. It was 1870. Congress reaffirmed the holiday in 1938. And
was that an option?
1870, yeah.
Was 1876 an option?
Yeah.
So I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. I'm sorry. I looked at it wrong. Yeah, the answer is 1870.
Dang, blasted. Okay. Whew. I got 1.5 out of 8 so far. So I only have 2 more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is not bad. It's multiple choice.
They all have been. They have all been multiple choice. This does not help my cause.
I'm sorry.
I should at least be getting at like a 25%.
But think about all the laughter that our listeners are probably wetting their pants.
Yes. Our young listeners are now adhering to the fact that they need to learn about their country. They're like, I don't want to grow up to be like Caleb.
You're helping the world. Which of the following was not one of the original 13 American colonies?
Missouri.
It's not an option.
Oh.
You've got Vermont.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
North Carolina.
Georgia. Oh my goodness.
Vermont.
Vermont was it? See, I thought Vermont was.
No, it became a state on March 14th, 1791.
Oh my word.
I don't just know that. I'm reading it. Like,
yeah,
it
I know
sounds...
You're reading from the AARP. I love you, Kim. But this is trying us.
Last one.
Okay, I got this one.
It's about baseball.
What are the colors of the American flag? Just do that one. Okay.
It's about baseball.
Oh, another thing I'm really good at. Can I phone a friend? Can I phone my friend Jason, who knows literally everything about baseball?
He really does. What baseball player threw a 4-0 no-hitter against the Boston Red Sox on July 4th, 1983?
Okay.
All right. Is it Jim Palmer of the Baltimore Orioles? I don't know where it's in Boston.
Because it was against
Oral
the Boston
Hershiser of the LA Dodgers, Jack Morris of the Detroit Tigers, or Dave Righetti. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti Righetti?
Sorry.
That's from like Grumpy Old Men 2, another movie I know.
New York Yankees.
This episode is brought to you by sequels of great movies. Grumpy Old Men 2.
Orioles, Dodgers, Tigers, or Yankees?
I'm going to say Oral Hershiser because he is the only one I have ever heard of.
It was Righetti Spaghetti.
Oh, Righetti Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Was he called Righetti Spaghetti?
I have no idea.
But you're making that up. Because
I'm making it up.
Grumpy Old Men 2, that was one of the, yeah.
Grumpy Old Men 2 was almost a documentary of funny old men.
Grumpy Old Men 2, fun fact, brought to you by AARP. Just kidding. It was not. My goodness. I got 1 out of...
You got 20%.
Oh, my goodness. I actually got 15%. At best.
You got some work
I would
to do.
have probably said Jefferson because I thought Jefferson died on the 4th of July, so I would have probably got that right anyway, but... Oh.
Your misery's over. Now you can go eat some hot dogs or,
Kids, stay in school. Learn your history, or else you'll be doomed to repeat it. The next year, actually, because you failed the first year.
Hey, but you know what we will be repeating? is a regularly scheduled podcast rotation.
That's right. So we're going to get back on the podcast wagon now that we've got our little studio. I hope the sound is good. We're going to find out how good the sound is. And if not, we'll make some adjustments. But yeah, we're going to get back. We've got another one planned. It's going to be great. I'm excited to be a part of more podcasting again.
More nonsense.
More nonsense. And can we give them a heads up?
No.
Oh, but I really want to.
No.
Okay.
They're just going to have to keep listening.
It's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to
it
the
makes
next
me
one.
laugh when I think about it.
Yes. And
So-
I think if you're a grown up and you're listening to this, you're going to be able to identify it with it. And if you're a kid, if you're like, because we have a lot of younger listeners, like tween age and stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I watch my language just for them.
I thought you said you wash it.
No, I watch it. No, anyway. But they're gonna maybe hear some things that like, I wonder if it's gonna
I
yeah.
know.
So I can't wait to.
It'll be fun. So
It's
tune
gonna
in
be
next
so
week.
edutaining, and we're probably gonna record it ahead of time just so we can get it out there quicker.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we have now.
Until then, happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America, and stay in school.
Bye.
Bye.